All right, here we go with another recipe this week. This week what we're doing is we are making a turkey sub, okay? But we're gonna do everything from scratch like a lot of times I do. All right, over here we have one six pound of turkey breast. We have one lemon. We have a little bit of olive oil over here. The rub for this is going to be about 3 cloves of very minced garlic, a little ground mustard. We have some chopped up rosemary. We have some sage here. We have some thyme, some kosher salt, and black pepper. That's all that's needed to make an awesome turkey submarine. We'll get started with this recipe. We'll show you how we do it. I bet you this is going to be the best turkey sandwich that you guys have ever had. Okay, stay tuned. We'll get going with this in just a second. So first things first, for the rub, let's bring in a small bowl. You're also going to need 1 tablespoon of, a tablespoon, okay? So first things first, so we got 3 cloves of garlic minced, like I said. So this is all going in, okay? All right, and then we're going to dump in our, I have 1 tablespoon of ground mustard, okay? And then over here we're going to do 1 tablespoon of fresh rosemary. God, that smells so good. And these are all equal parts, okay? So now we're going to do 1 tablespoon, which will probably take most of this, 1 tablespoon of sage. If you're off a little bit on the ingredients as far as measurements go, trust me, not a big deal. A lot of flavor in this right here. Okay, we're going to do 1 tablespoon of thyme, and we're going to do the kosher salt. We're going to do 2 tablespoons of kosher salt, and we are going to do 1 tablespoon of freshly ground pepper. Okay, that's it. That's the basically the recipe. Okay, so now we need a little bit of lemon, so we're going to do 2 tablespoons. We're going to do 2 tablespoons of lemon. Make sure you roll your lemon a little bit too, because it'll make it have a little bit more juice in it. All right, and maybe just a little bit more out of this one. There we go. I think that's pretty good. About 2 tablespoons. All right. Now, if you guys, hold on, got to get the mopping out. Got to get our hands ready. All right. Now, if you guys want to measure it, I'll measure it for you guys just so you can see it going in. So we have some olive oil here, and we're going to do about 2 tablespoons. I really hate when this comes out slow, but apparently that's the way it's acting today. It's Mr. Attitude-y. All right, so we're going to mix this up, and then we're going to see what the consistency of it is. All right, so we're just going to grab a small fork, and it's supposed to be a little pasty, so don't panic. All right, I gave this recipe to some friends of mine, and they thought that it was absolutely delicious, and this is the only way now that no matter if they're doing sandwiches or they're doing Thanksgiving, this is how they make it. So I felt pretty good about that, so I figured I'd do a recipe, bring it to you guys. All right, so that's your rub. That's what you got. All right, we're going to set this aside. We're going to bring the turkey back in, and we're just going to do a little trim. Like all this stuff back here, listen, you don't really need it. So we're just going to trim this up, just like that. Little stuff, anything you see, anything you think is big, especially like if you're not going to eat it. All right, okay. I'll see this here. I am going to take this off. Some people might not. All right, so I think that's good. He doesn't really need too much going on over here. All right, now what we're going to do is we're automatically going to get rid of this because these are a complete waste of time. All right, so next thing's next. Okay, you're going to have to get your fingers underneath, it's underneath the skin, and you're just going to have to go all the way down and put your fingers. So you guys that don't like to touch poultry or something, you guys are going to hate doing this, but I guarantee you this is really, really good. So just keep working your fingers down just like that. Just keep, you'll feel it. Just get ready for a good turkey, because that's what this is going to be. It's going to be a very good turkey. All right, something like that, because you're going to put this mixture underneath the skin as well. Okay, so you can see like how deep that pocket is. Okay, that's what you want. If you have a little like hole over, I got a little hole in the skin on this side, see it? That's just how it came, so I'm not like super concerned about it, but you know, get your finger in there. There was a joke there somewhere, but we'll leave it be. Okay. Well, it must be one of those days. It was snowing out today, so I'm in a happy mood, maybe too happy. All right, so that's it. So now the only thing that we're going to do, preheat your oven. We're going to bake this, we're going to roast this at 375 it could take, this is 6 pounds, so it could take a couple hours, maybe hour and a half to 2 hours. We're going to probe this, so you know, not to worry. So we're just going to take our mixture, we're going to go under the skin, and we're going to fill all that in. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Trust me, this is super good. You guys that don't like to get dirty, you're missing out on good food. All right, get it right down in there, all over the skin. I did dry the bird out too a little bit, because I want to take a lot of the water off of it. And then where this hole is over here, we're just gonna kind of open it up and stick some rub down in there as well. And then the rest we're just gonna throw on top like this. Make sure you get it all covered. It may not look appetizing. Get it all covered. Just like that. Just like that. It's all flavor. Very good. Okay? Just like that. Alright, so that's what we have underneath the skin. That's all nice and flavorful now. Alright, now we're going to put this in the oven for, like I said, maybe about 2.5 hours. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're just going to, I'm going to use a probe on mine, because if you want super accurate temperatures, probe your meat. It's definitely well worth it. Okay, so this is what we're talking about here. So I just kind of take the bone here and then over here, and then we go like halfway through it, which is right about there. And we're gonna just probe it. And then this gets plugged into a little monitor, which goes to my phone that's Bluetooth, and it lets me know when my turkey is the desired temperature. Now, the desired temperature is about 155. That's what I cook my turkeys to. You'll never have a dried out bird if you cook it to 155. Okay, so 155 is what we're looking for. Put this in the oven, 375, middle rack, and we'll see you when it's out. So I gotta say, this little bird came out fantastic. Look at this. This is gonna make a great turkey sub. Okay, look at this. Look how gorgeous. All right, so that's what this is how I do turkey sandwiches. Basically, I think it's great for any time of year. So if you want to roast your own turkey, you have a great rub recipe as well. This is going to be fantastic on a nice turkey club or a turkey sub or whatever you want to do. So what we're going to do is we're just going to let this rest right now for. We're going to let it rest for quite a while. We're going to let this rest at the minimum of 45 minutes. All right, so our turkey has rested for about 45 minutes, and look at that. Boy, is that like a... That's a beautiful bird right there. Beautiful little breast. Ooh, just kidding. Anyways, I'm getting tired. I've been cooking all day long. Right in the middle here, right, there's a bone. Okay, and you'll feel it because you can feel it with the knife, with the blade itself. Okay, and all you're going to do is you're just going to. This bird is still pretty hot, so yeah, still very, very hot. And all you're going to do is you're going to ride. You can feel it. You're going to ride right next to the bone of the carcass. Okay, I know you guys probably can't see anything that I'm doing. I apologize for that. It's very, very difficult when you're working by yourself. Okay, so there we go. That pretty much got it away. Okay, so you just follow that bone down all the way, and then I just take you can see still how hot it is, and you just right next to the bone the whole way, and then you'll be able to remove that whole breast. Whew. I'm usually pretty good with hot things. This is still really, really hot. Okay, so there we go. And that is your turkey breast, and that's how you do it. So we let our turkey breast sit in the refrigerator overnight, get nice and cold. That's what we want to do, right? So, because obviously we're making a sub, and I don't want to go over to Jersey Mike's or anything like that. There's a couple places that are all right, but we're going to make our own sub today, and we're going to make the sub out of the turkey that we roasted yesterday. Then this is going to be fantastic. All right, I'm going to show you guys exactly what I do. The pretty basic ingredients. I got some olive oil for the lettuce. That's just how I like it. We got a tomato. We got a red onion. We got an awesome roll from Nino's. You guys always hear me talk about those. Kudos to Nino's. You guys making awesome breads. Total great breads. We got some iceberg lettuce with a little bit of mayonnaise and a little bit of salt and pepper. And that's all we got for this sandwich. And this is going to be fantastic. Okay, so hang in there. We're going to show you how to cut up the turkey breast. We're going to try to get it nice and thin. So the first thing I do is I do remove the skin, because I don't like, personally, the skin after it's been in the refrigerator, and I just don't like turkey skin, period, on my sub. Okay, so we're just going to take most of that off, which, there we go. It's all off. Comes off really, really, really easy. Hold on 1 second. Okay. So the whole object of this now, for me at least, is to get these slices very, very thin. Okay, and that's just how I like my turkey. So we're gonna just put this slice aside, because we're going for the. And that's what now, I mean, you're just not gonna get deli meat like this. It's super fresh. Okay, so we're gonna carve up some we're gonna carve up some turkey here. Oh, I don't know if you guys have ever done this before, but I'll tell you, I do roast beef like this. You guys didn't check that out, go ahead and check that out. It's a good recipe on how to make an eye of the round. Is it an eye? Yeah, I think it is an eye of the round. And I use that for, could be a top round too. And we do that for our roast beef sandwiches. Comes out fantastic. All right, so this is what we do. Look how beautiful this turkey is. And you're going to get all the flavor of the garlic and the thyme and the rosemary in this sandwich. Just something you can't do. You can't get this at your local sub shop unless it's a pretty awesome sub shop. So I get disappointed every now and then when you go out and spend your hard-earned money and you wind up getting something home and you go, well, okay, that sucked, and you got like $15 or sometimes $20 invested in your meal, right? We've all been through it, we've all done it. All right, so we're gonna take this aside. We're just gonna put that over there, and now you guys know why I was so hyped up yesterday. Look at that. You can't get no better than that. Okay, we're gonna get on with the rest of it. We're gonna build this sandwich as we do it, so you guys can see me do it, and you're probably gonna wind up drooling maybe a little bit. All right, so we're gonna slice up our roll here real quick. Now we are gonna cut this one all the way through. Okay, so what I like to do is, if you see where my blade is, I'm more concerned about the back side of the roll, so this lays flat. When you bake bread, you're going to get what you get on the top. Sometimes it could be a little humped up on the top or whatever. That's just the way it is. Okay, so we're trying to just get the bottom of the bread nice and even, so everything lays really nice on the bottom. Okay, just like that, just like that. All right, so we'll try to do that the best way we can. Okay, so there's our bottom roll. Now the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to bring in a little bit of lettuce, and we slice our own lettuce here too, right? So we're just gonna do really thin cuts of lettuce, just like that. All right, I think that's probably gonna be enough, or yeah, that's gonna be more than enough. All right, so put that aside. We're going to put this aside over here, and we're going to show you what I do with this. We're going to bring, sorry about that, we're going to bring a bowl in, and now this is all on how you like it. You like a lot of lettuce, you use a lot of lettuce, right? So I like olive oil on my sub, a little bit of olive oil, okay? And if we need more lettuce, we got it standing by. All right. Okay, so what we do is we take some olive oil. Now the reason why I do this is because it's probably a tablespoon or whatever, okay? And then we just take this and we kind of toss this around. The reason why I do it like this instead of just sprinkling it on top is because I want to make sure that every bit of lettuce has some olive oil on it, right? Makes sense? Okay. You guys have been with me for a while, you know. All right, so let's go throw some fresh lettuce on that. Now some may Some may fall off and some may stay on, but that's perfect. Okay, just like that. It's tomato time. Got a nice beefsteak tomato over here. We're gonna go about, say, a quarter of it. We're gonna take off like that, okay? Because I like to start with the same, not thickness, but the same roundness, right? Where some people might not do that, and that's fine. But I like things pretty uniformed. That's the OCD. It's probably the reason why I don't have a wife. I'm just kidding. Okay, so why do I even joke with that stuff? I don't even know. All right, so before we put the tomatoes on, we're just gonna put a dab of salt on there real quick, and we're gonna put a little bit of pepper, and that's it. That's all the salt and pepper we're gonna be using here. Okay, there's that. We'll do that, and then we're gonna put the last one right there. Now my board's gonna start getting messy, but hey, that's the way it is. All right, next thing we're gonna do basically the same thing with some red onion. I like these personally nice and thin. They don't have to be see-through, but I ain't about to bite into no chunk of anything. All right, so once we cut those like that, what we do is we just pile them up. We just run a knife through them like that. We just cut those at an angle, and then these are going to be our red onion. I know you guys are thinking, well, he's just making a sub. No, you're right. He is just making a sub, but he's making a very, there we go, not being able to do two things at the same time, right? Put as much of this on as you want. Yeah, it is. It's just a sub, you're right. But it's a fresh sub. You know what's going into this. All the ingredients are, well, you see, are fantastic. Okay. Basic, clean. It's a very clean sub. All right. And now we're going to take our just awesome fresh turkey over here that we did yesterday, and we're just gonna pile this on a little bit. Yeah, you think you might be able to get something like this at a diner, but you ain't getting this you're not getting this at a Mr. Sub, that's for sure. Do that. Oh God, another good lunch today. I always have good lunches. And even if, like I said, you guys are like, well, he's just making a sub. Yeah, you're right. Once again. But if you take a thing or two away from this, look at all the garlic and stuff that's in there. That's what's going to make this special. That's what's going to make this sub special. All right. And that's it. All right. Quick wash of the hands. Yep. Quick wash of the hands, and then what we're going to do, get this blade out of the way, we are going to get some of this mess off the cutting board so we're not, hate a mess, hate a mess. All right, let's bring in the top part of our bread here, and we are going to put some mayo on this. All right, mayonnaise and a turkey sandwich always goes good. Now, if you guys want to put cheese on this, you go ahead and put cheese on it. I'm using Hellmann's mayonnaise, just so you guys know. whatever you guys want to use on your sandwich is perfectly okay. All right, there we go. And now we're going to cover up that sandwich. Oh boy. All right, and that is pretty much it. That's how I make my turkey sub. Okay, so we got this all cut. We want to show you what the inside looks like. How beautiful is that? You ain't getting this out of a submarine shop, like I've said many a times. Nino's Bakery, awesome for rolls. Everything is so fresh in this one. Roasted our own turkey, flavorful, the whole thing. All right, so we're just gonna kind of bring that back, and we're gonna maybe just throw a few potato chips in front of that. All right, taste test time. Let's get into this. Let's get into this. Okay. Amazing. The turkey's perfect. It's not dry. We cooked that to 155, pulled it from the oven. All the spices that are on that, the sage, the rosemary, the thyme, the garlic, the olive oil. Another reason why I mix my lettuce with the olive oil, because it, you know, it kind of stays in the program there. The roll is fantastic. Never have a bad thing to say about Nino's. Tomatoes are super fresh. Onions are sliced perfect. You guys get a chance, go ahead and make this. I know this might be a little time consuming for most folks, but if you guys get a chance, go ahead and make this. All right, if you guys like what I did here today, go ahead and hit the thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. Share it with your friends. Click on that notification bell. And, you know, hold on. So good. All right, that's it. We're going to end the video like we always do. Everybody be safe out there. We're going to see you guys next week. Seriously, when I say that, be safe. It's a crazy world out there.